Amanda, I just want to address what you said in the press conference. This is a historic moment, and you want to mark that by going 12 3-minute rounds in this fight. I just want to gauge your reaction to how you thought Katie Taylor responded to that.
I mean, I thought she would have been on board with it because we're always talking about equality and making a change for women's boxing. And I thought that, like I said, she would have been on board because this is our platform. This is our time to showcase women's boxing. We're making history. Why don't we just continue to make history together? And I wouldn't have loved anything more than to share that history with Katie Taylor because she's an amazing fighter. We both deserve this platform. And I mean, I thought it was going to be a different answer.
For a long time, you're one of the most underappreciated, underpaid fighters in the world. You've talked openly about every other day I wanted to walk away from it. It felt like it wasn't worth it. How vindicated do you feel for sticking it out and getting over those days where you maybe felt it wasn't worth it anymore?
Well, the journey has been super long, super hard, but I'm glad that I stuck through it. I'm glad that my trainer Jordan, he put his foot down and said that it was worth so much more. Like you said, every other day I wanted to quit. This game is hard, seriously, and we wasn't getting the respect. We wasn't getting what we deserved, the money, and I'm just so glad that it's happening now. I'm glad that I stuck through with it. I'm glad that I'm able to see a little glimpse of what the future holds for us in boxing.
Last one from me. Could you just give us a little insight into your working relationship with Jake Paul? How has it changed things for you personally?
Well, Jake Paul, he's a great guy. He's a great advocate for female, well, not just both for female athletes in general, for athletes. And I'm super happy that he's by my side. He's promoting me, he's pushing me, and it just brings me more motivation to keep pushing forward and make sure that I win because I want him to know that it was the right decision in signing me.
Just two questions for myself. The boxing press pretty much at the moment is split with who's going to win this fight. Now, much has been made about Katie possibly not being at the top of her game at the moment, maybe on the downslide, and the concern with yourself, maybe, is that you're moving up in weight. How do you view these two areas?
Listen, we're both athletes. We're both fighting. We never fought each other, obviously. I know Katie Taylor is going to be on her A game. I really don't pay attention to her prior fights because she knows she's in there with a different beast, and I know she's going to train her behind off. She's going to train differently than to fight me, and so Katie Taylor is going to be a different fighter come. Plus, she knows who she's up against. She wants to continue to be undefeated and undisputed. So I know that might change, but and then me. What was the question about?
With you moving up in weight?
Yeah, me moving up in weight. Yeah, I was a champion at 135 before. We saw my last fight. It was at the 135. Miriam came in at 160 pounds, so she was very durable. I don't think Katie Taylor comes up to her at 160. So I think it's just gonna be. I'm capable. I'm able to go 10 2-minute rounds, 12 3-minute rounds, whatever it is. But I'm capable to go at any weight. I wouldn't just jump to a weight where I don't feel comfortable at.
And this is like a two-part sort of question. Now, does Katie bring anything which any of your previous opponents haven't? And leave it with that one first.
Katie Taylor, she's nitty and gritty. She's a champion and she wants to remain undefeated. And I know that's one thing. She's tough as hell and she's very, very durable. So I know she's not gonna come just to lay down and I've never seen her do that. So she has everything. So, I have to make sure I'm on my P's and Q's as well. So.
Fantastic, thank you.
Amanda the real deal Serrano. How likely is it that you stop Katie Taylor in this fight?
I don't like to make predictions, but Katie Taylor, she's a great fighter. We've seen her hurt, but she's never been down and out like where you thought that was the end of it. So I'm just training as hard as possible just to make sure that I secure that victory, no matter how, knockout or decision.
Do you think you could be the one to?
I believe I can be the one.
And last of all, obviously, there's another big fight in women's boxing. That could be one of the biggest. People are saying this one is bigger than Chris Sills versus Savannah Marshall. How do you see that one going?
I see that being a good fight. I mean, it's gonna be like my fight, like Katie Taylor Serrano. You have a power hitter, you have a skilled fighter, so it's gonna be a great fight, and I'm excited to see that fight.
All good for women's boxing, and just the last one. How's it feel just to be headlining at Madison Square? It must be surreal.
No, it's an amazing feeling, to be headlining. I couldn't ask for a better dance partner in Katie Taylor, and we're gonna show that we can continue deserving this limelight, this venue being main event.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Amanda.